What is going on, guys? It's CM Skunk, and I'm here to bring the funk. Now, as you can see, this is my first YouTube video. Yeah, my very first YouTube video that I'm doing right now. So obviously, I'm trying to get subscribers. That's the first goal here, just to get as many subscribers as I can. So if you guys would do me a favor, you guys can go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out. That way I can make more videos. And also, before I start, I want to talk to you guys about my the Facebook group that I'm in for wrestling fans. You guys want to join? It's called FTW. It stands for Fans Talk Wrestling. It's a wrestling group on Facebook that I'm in where we specifically talk about, well, wrestling. And we also do live updates. So when like Summerslam comes, we're going to be talking about it as it's happening. So that's pretty cool. So if you guys want to go ahead and join that, the link is going to be down in the description below. All you got to do is just click on it. It should take you right to the page, and you can just join from there. All right, so back to topic here. Back on topic. So SummerSlam is coming up. August 21st. That is literally 9 days away. So what better way to do it? I'm going to be doing a prediction video. All right, I'm going to go through each I'm going to go through each match, and I'm going to predict the winners of that match. Sounds fun. All right, so let's not waste any time. I'm going to go ahead and do it. All right, so the first match we got Roman Reigns taking on Rusev for the United States Championship. Now, in my opinion, this should be a pretty good match. I like both of these guys. I like Roman Reigns. I like Rusev. But let's talk about Roman Reigns for a minute. Now, ever since he came out of suspension, you know, he's been suspended for 30 days. And since he came out of that, first he took a loss at Battleground. He took a loss there. He got pinned by Dean Ambrose in that threat match. That's how he retained. And then he lost again that next night against Finn Balor. Clean as a whistle, I should say. Which I'm going to be talking about that later on. But yeah, Roman Reigns, what is going on? I mean, that's two losses back to back. But you know what? This match against Rusev, I think this should be a bounce back match. I think Rusev is going to make Roman Reigns look good. As far as the prediction goes, I got Rusev winning for some reason. I think it makes sense. I think Rusev is going to pick up the win here. Not by the accolade, though. I don't think he's going to win by the accolade. I don't see Roman Reigns tapping out. Like, when was the last time he tapped? I don't think he never tapped. I don't think he ever tapped. So, expect not to see the accolade here. Don't expect the accolade. I mean, if you see it, I don't think Roman Reigns is going to tap. Plain and simple. I think he's gonna win by like a kick, like some sort of kick, like he normally does. But anyway, final prediction: Rusev wins. Moving on. All right, next match we got Kevin Owens teaming up with Chris Jericho to take on Enzo and Cass. This should be a fun match to watch. Unless you live under a rock, I believe Enzo and Cass needs no introduction. I mean, this team is one of the hottest tag teams. In fact, the hottest in the WWE right now. I mean, these guys are so over. The fans love them. I mean, they adore Enzo and Cass. It's insane. I like these guys. But then again, we got to talk about Kevin Owens, of course, the biggest jerk in the WWE that we all love. And I got to talk about one of my favorite wrestlers, Chris Jericho. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time, might I add. You know, it's all about the drink it in, man. By the way, I love it when he does that, bro. I just love it when he does that. So when you put those two together, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, that's a pretty good team right there. In my opinion, that's a fucking dream team right there. You got my favorite wrestler teaming up with one of the the baddest heels, one of the top heels in the WWE, and you get a killer team. And as far as my prediction goes, I got them beating Enzo and Cass. I think what's going to happen, I think Kevin Owens is going to connect with the pop-up powerbomb on Enzo to pick up the 1-2-3. So, final prediction, Jericho and Kevin Owens victorious. Alright, next up, we got the New Day. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston defended the Tag Team Championships against Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Now, again, this should be a very, very fun match to watch. This should be a good match. Of course, Big E is hurt, so he's not going to be there after suffering ring post-itis. I think that's what Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows called it. Ring post-itis or something like that. Let's talk about the New Day. Let's talk about the, you know what? Hold on. Alright, so the Tag Team Championships. Now, when you think of the Tag Team titles, I mean, you got the Road Warriors. You got the New Age Outlaws. You got Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys. You got all those tag teams. Okay, so out of all the tag teams that I just named, who would have thought that the New Day will become the longest reigning tag team champions in the history of the WWE? All time. The longest reigning. I mean, think about what I just said. Think about the tag teams that I just named. The Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, the Hardys, the Road Warriors, all those legendary teams. And yet, the New Day are the longest reigning tag team champions, like, ever. That is blowing my mind right now. That's fucking crazy. But hey, you gotta respect them, man. I respect that, man. I can't take anything away from them, man. They deserved it. However, I think it's finally time for them to lose those belts. I think it's time for Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. I think they're gonna win this match. I think it's time. I think it's the right thing to do. Hopefully, we're gonna see new tag team champions. So, final prediction: Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows will win the belts and end the New Day's reign. That's my final prediction. Alright, next match, we got Charlotte taking on Sasha Banks for the women's title. Now, let me be the first person to say that I was not expecting Sasha Banks to win the belt. I should have, but for some odd reason, I didn't. Like, I knew it was going to happen, but I wasn't expecting it. I don't even know if that even made sense, but hey, it happened. And by the way, that match that they had on Raw, on the first episode of the brand split, what a match that was, bruh. I mean, what a match that was. That was a classic. I mean, Charlotte and Sasha put on a hell of a match that night. That is exactly what the women division is all about. That's what the women division is all about. That is what the women revolution is all about. Like, we need to see more of those women matches. Then the people will take the women's division seriously. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward for this rematch between those two. Obviously, I got Sasha Banks winning. I mean, I don't see her losing the championship, this early after just winning it about 2 weeks ago. And I have a theory, I have a prediction that if Sasha Banks win, I think her next opponent should be Nia Jax. I mean, think about it. That should be a killer match right there. Once Sasha Banks finish her match with Charlotte, I think Nia Jax should be next in line to challenge her for the belt. I don't know when they're going to do it. They're probably going to do it at the next pay-per-view, like the next Raw pay-per-view, the brand split. Probably Hell in a Cell or something like that. So whatever the next pay-per-view is for Raw, I think that's going to happen. That's if Sasha Banks wins, which more than likely I think she will. Sorry, I'm stuttering for some reason. This is my first video. Bear with me. I'm just stuttering my ass off today, but yeah, it's early in the morning. Fuck it. All right, so the next match we got The Miz taking on Apollo Crews, Intercontinental Championship on the line. Now this was a match that I was not expecting. So Apollo Crews winning a number one contender match it was against Baron Corbin and Kalisto. Apollo Crews won that, and which, by the way, it was a pretty fun match to watch. And Apollo Crews definitely deserved it. And I like how Apollo Crews is finally getting somewhat of a push. And I like the fact that he's challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. So clearly, as you can see, the brand split is definitely helping Apollo Crews a little bit. Because before the brand split, no one gave a fuck about Apollo Crews. I kind of didn't give a crap about Apollo Crews, in my opinion, to be honest. But you know what? I like The Miz. I think this is going to be a good match. I think Apollo Crews is going to make The Miz is going to make Apollo Crews look really great. I kind of like The Miz. At first, I didn't like The Miz because, well, reasons. But now, I kind of like The Miz now. I'm slowly starting to like The Miz. Like, he knows what he's doing. He has great in-ring presence. He's a pretty good Intercontinental Champion. And, alright, so let's make a prediction here. I think The Miz is going to take the win here. I think The Miz is going to retain. I would love to see Apollo Crews take the belt. It will definitely be a breath of fresh air. But I think The Miz is going to win. But it would be cool if I was about to call him Apollo Creed. Oh my god. Apollo Crews. It would be great if Apollo Crews win. It would be a breath of fresh air. I might have said it already. But yeah, Miz winning with the Skull Crusher finale. Alright, next match we have Finn Balor taking on Seth Rollins. Oh my god. This should be the match of the night, in my opinion. This should be the match of the night. I mean, Finn Balor, oh my god, this guy is amazing. I love Finn Balor. And notice how I'm putting so much emphasis. But I love Finn Balor. And I love Seth Rollins. I like both of these guys. So, to be honest, I don't give a flying fuck who wins this match. I mean, it's a win-win for me because I like both of these guys. But if I had to make a prediction, I would say, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's go back to the night where he beat Roman Reigns clean. Holy shit, I did not see that coming. That fucked my head up, yo. Not only that he beat Roman Reigns, but he beat this motherfucker clean. Clean as a whistle. I wasn't expecting it. The fans wasn't expecting. The people in the crowd wasn't expecting it. Oh my god. But yeah, he beat Roman Reigns clean as a fucking whistle. And more than likely, if he can beat Roman Reigns clean, then I think that he can beat Seth Rollins. So I think my final prediction, I think Finn Balor is going to win. Alright, final prediction. Finn Balor taking the win over Seth Rollins to become the first ever WWE Universal Championship, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm still kind of curious what that belt is going to look like. I've been reading it on the internet. I think the belt, it kind of looks like I think it's going to look just like the WWE World title. They said they'd leak some pictures out, and it looks just like that belt. It's gonna have like a red background to represent the brand. And a lot of people is going to be disappointed in that because it's less creative. But in my opinion, it's all right as long as it's representing the brand. I guess I guess it's cool. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I guess. Yeah. All right. So next up, we got Dean Ambrose taking on Dolph Ziggler, and for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Again, another fun match. This should be a good match. Dolph Ziggler. Oh, I gotta tell you, I was kind of surprised that this was another match that I was not expecting, to be honest. I mean, especially what how they've been booking Dolph Ziggler. I mean, this guy, Dolph Ziggler, was like the biggest freaking joker. He was like the true definition of what a jobber is. Like, it's like every single time that Dolph Ziggler competes, he loses. Yeah. Every single match he competes in, more than likely, he loses. But as you can see, just like Apollo Crews, the brand split is definitely helping Dolph Ziggler. Now all of a sudden, he's the number one contender. He's challenging for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And you know what? I like that. That's cool. Who do I think is going to win? Dean Ambrose, of course. I mean, I just don't see Dean Ambrose losing the belt. For all due respect, Dolph, I don't see... There's no way Dean Ambrose is going to lose the belt to you. I'm just saying. I just don't see that happening. I just do not see that happening at all. Yeah, final prediction. Dean Ambrose winning. Probably with the Dirty Deeds. Alright, so it all comes down to this here. The moment we've been waiting for. Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. We got the mayor of Suplex City versus the mayor of Viperville. It's the F5 versus the RKO. This obviously the biggest match of the night. Of course, Brock Lesnar is the man beast, so I expect to see him like at least get some shit in on Randy Orton. Expect to see a lot of suplexes because obviously that's Brock Lesnar's shtick. Suplex City. You're probably gonna see like 20 of those in my estimation. Expect an RKO out of nowhere. I can already see how this match is gonna go. Alright, we're gonna see like 20 suplexes. We're gonna see an RKO out of nowhere. Brock Lesnar is gonna kick out of it. And Randy Orton is gonna kick out of the F5. I can pretty much see how this match is gonna go. Who I think is gonna win? This one is kind of tough. But if I had to make a safe prediction, I gotta go with Brock Lesnar. I mean, if you go all the way back to WrestleMania 30 when he ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak, ever since then, Brock Lesnar has been on a roll. He hasn't lost a match ever since that happened, really.